What up? What up? What up? How's everybody doing? We're back. Whew, feels like it's been a long time, but it has not been a long time. Let's see here. I switched up some things. I don't know if you guys can see that right behind me. My bench is back there now. It used to be right next to me, but I ended up just like switching that over. So now it's on the other end. Let me see here. Before I proceed, I just want to make sure that everything is good right here. But yeah, I'm just kind of chilling out. I was with the family, Thanksgiving weekend and everything. And I was like, all right, we got to do a bunch of stuff. Errands and stuff had the day off Friday. Then I was like, all right, cool. Now I'm free. Don't got to do anything really. Everything's pretty chill. So I was like, better get started working on stuff, or at least looking through my things. I kind of been rearranging everything here. Yeah, yesterday I didn't even work on anything as far as models. I just was pretty much just moving things around, switching everything up. Let me show you guys the other camera I moved over right there. So obviously this is more to showcase the side and the back now. The back looks a little bit more decorated compared to how it was in the past. I've been digging into like old videos and I see just kind of the way I was starting off and little by little, gathering things, building it up and whatnot. And it used to be dark back there. I didn't even have a light and I ended up getting a shop light. I put it in that back corner and now I'm in the process of getting two more shop lights to be over on this side, like closer to me, up above. And once I get those all set up, the lighting should be matching a bit more. Obviously I got two more in front of me, but that's more for the cameras right here, especially for like this view right here. Also, the side one right here, I want this to be more lit up. Older videos, it doesn't look as lit up as before. Let's see here. So, I mean, you can see this pretty clearly right here. And yeah, that's the light right there for it. And the same when we start seeing this top view, it's more lit up than what it was, But let me mess with my docks real quick because, I was switching everything up right here. I even deleted some things off my screen. I better pull up right here. Let's see. Let me see what's going on here. Close this. Oh dang! All right, cool. I just opened up the chat right now. I didn't even see who was on. Let me say what's up to you guys. Model Car 1589, what's up, man? Paint Maverick, what's up? Oh, damn, Dave McGowan right here. MC Gow Jobs, what's up? And also CB Lounge 2112. Thanks, man. Yeah, so these last couple days and stuff just kind of been rearranging everything, kind of getting things situated. And then I also got some magazines too. I got these ones right here. I'm gonna be talking about these like later in a future video and stuff. I want to kind of keep that separate, but I got a bunch of like new little mags, and then I also got let me see, Kit Builder Chris right here. He sent me this kit. Oh, not kit, actually the model a while back. So I got that model from him, and I was like, yo, I gotta put that up, So yeah, there's quite a few things, little by little that's gonna be on the table and so forth. But let's see. I really wanted to pull out this model. I kind of been thinking about it. The 65 Pontiac. Let me grab that real quick. I just want to see what parts are in here, because I was messing with this one a while back, like some years back, customizing it and just doing things to it that I kind of didn't really, continue on. I just kind of let it kind of just chill. And I was like, yo, I better start bringing it out and seeing what's up, Here, let me move this thing. I don't need this no more. Bam. All right, cool. So let's see here. We have... Oh yeah, I forgot there's two of them in here. So I bought this one for $5 at a model show. This one's cool. It has a nice body. I think it's the Japanese version, the Hasegawa version. Here, let's find out. Let's check. Let's since we're here, let's bring it out. I don't think I've ever shown this one. But you know, lately I just been kind of looking through my stuff to search for parts to see if there's any parts that I could steal pretty much from the kit to use on my Bel Air kit. So let's see. Right here, let's set that right there. So yeah, this one I got. Man, it's been a while. Yeah, it is a Hasegawa one. There it is. The Pontiac Bonneville, the 66. Right here, let's check this out. And they wrote on there 1966, and then I don't know, they wrote $3, I guess, but I got it for $5 right there. All right, let's see, let's check it out real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's missing parts. You know, I'm pretty sure it's not complete, but it's all good. You know, we could always recover it, do something with it. You know, apply some new wheels to it. So that's the way it's supposed to look. It looks pretty clean. Look at that. Like as far as the, you know, the drawings, the layout, that's pretty dope. It's pretty cool. Let's see. And then the back right here. Oh, it tells you how to do the water slide decals and all that good stuff right there. All right. So this is the body right here. Yeah, it's pretty clean. And then even the chrome steering wheel right there already attached. Nice. Yeah, it's just missing the wheels, but that's all good. It's not like we're going to use those anyway. Let's see. Let's take it apart. Pretty straightforward, but obviously the most important thing it's missing is the glass. Let me see. I think we could make it work. I mean, I have like sheets of plastic that are thin that I know I could cut the shape of this and just shape it and put it on there. Same with the front. Like if I wanted to put a front windshield. Yeah, it looks clean though. Oh, let's see the rear tail lights. I'm digging that right there. It's just the housing. There we go. The housing of the lights. I'm digging that right there. Because this could be used for sure. I think oh, here we go. I thought they glued it, but they didn't. It came off. This is it right here. Look at this. Look at this housing right there. Let's see. Looks pretty keen. Let me see. Yeah, because I mean, this is the way it's supposed to go with the model, right? But you can always cut this out, dude. Like this could be like if I wanted to take this, I know I could like just cut this in half and do my own on another car, like a custom. It doesn't have to be straight. It could be maybe at an angle, you know, like it's matte or something. But this is cool. This is cool that it has this, and it fits nice right here. Even the whole, like this whole, the exterior can be cut out. Could be used for something. And then as far as the front, here, let me see. Let's look at the, let me see. Bumpers. Oh, this is the rear bumper. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. Like, that's the way it's supposed to go. You know, that's chill. That's a nice rear face right there. This could even be for a front. Like, if you use this on a custom, you could cut all this out and put it in the front of a car. Like, these could be headlights. That'd be something different because they're really wide. That looks different. I like it. And then the front. Let's see the front. All right. So the front, What could, like, if I wanted to take something from the front, I'd probably take the headlights, front headlights, and even the housing, like this whole corner piece, like just cut that out and use that. And probably angle it and mold it into a car. And then this, probably cut this whole bottom thing too. So yeah, there's some parts that can be used from this. This is pretty cool. Right there, this is from the Hasegawa. Yeah, if it was a brand new kit with all the parts, then I'd build it. You know, I try to go for that. But since these are just parts, $5, $5 kit, like loose kit. All right, that's chill. Even this could be used. That could be used for other parts, right there too. So yeah, there's quite a few interesting things that can be used with this body. And then yeah, it looks like the seats are already glued. I wonder what kind of glue they use, man, because it's like orange. It's a weird color, right? Then they put a lot of it. But even like these seats can be used. This whole, even the back seat looks pretty clean. It looks nice, right there. The package tray looks cool. And then the dash. What I like about the dash is just plain. Like it's so smooth. Like it's already customized, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look at this. Did they glue this on? Oh no, this comes off. There we go. But look how smooth it is already. Yeah, you could fill that in with glue, make it smoother. But man, it's clean. There's some ideas, some potential ideas right here. Oh, I didn't think about that. Let's see. Orange glue could be the old Testers glue. And what about kit bashing it with custom parts from AMT Pontiac? Yeah, I mean a lot of there's a lot of cool things that could go down with this one. Let me see. I'm kind of curious if I could break these off, but no, I'll just leave them for now. I'll do it later. Let me see. Okay. Here, I'll separate the back part too. I'm gonna have to think about this one. I don't think I'm gonna put it in the box. I think I'm gonna just keep it out and stare at it until something jumps at me, and I'll be like, all right, I think we're gonna rock with this one. There we go. Gotta fit it in here. There we go, right there. What about the front? There's a peg showing on this side, but it's not showing on the other side. All right, let's see. Is it in? Yeah, looks like it. Oh no, wait. It's got to scoot it a little bit back. There we go. Cool. Yeah, even the skirts look nice on it right here too. Yeah, I think I got this one from David Cruz, one of the vendors out here in California. Let's close this one up. All right, so let's see. It's just the headlights. What's this piece right here? Looks like an insert or something, and then the dash. 124 scale. Put all these parts back right here. All the chrome parts. Yeah, on eBay, I was on there the other day just looking up bumpers, skirts, and whatnot, and there was some dude that was like selling a bunch of parts, and the price was cool for the lot, but then dang, he was charging like 20 or like $25 for shipping. It might have been 20, but I was like, it's not even that heavy. Come on, Doc. But I don't know, man. You know, it is what it is. You know, if I really want them, I might have to pay for them. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm still on the hunt. All right, so let's set this one over here. And then, all right. So this one, I remember I had grabbed, these are the headlights from a Riviera right here. Set those aside right there. And there's a glove in here. I can't remember where I got that from. Let me see. That's a bunch of parts. Okay. Yeah, I think I wasn't on this one. I was gonna change the face of it, and yeah, this was from the trunk. Back then. Let's see here. Next time I'm gonna use that green tape to hold everything up because it holds up a lot stronger. And this is just very, very loose right here. It doesn't have suicide doors and all that stuff. Yeah, and I think with this kit, this is the 65 Pontiac. Like the seats, these seats were already like just molded into the console to the center. And I was gonna use it like that, but originally at the time I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna rock with that. But I don't know, as time changed, I was like, nah, I ain't doing that no more. And then the bottom, I ended up cutting everything out to really flatten everything because I just wanted it as low as possible. And then plus everything's really molded. It's not like everything's like separate on there. So I just got styrene, glued it on there. And then the interior, I mean, you can see the styrene, it's all flat. And then all the glue that I used to fill in those areas. And then I made the hole a bit bigger. So this way I could, you know, it could slam down pretty low once the wheels are going to be on there. And then let's see what else. Oh yeah, and then for the back, I ended up cutting out. So pretty much what I was trying to do is have like seats going in here, and then I was gonna fill it in, and then this was gonna stick out more for the back. And then I just put like pieces of styrene. So this was still like a work. And then let's see, this was gonna be I think it was gonna be like this. And this is just an example. I'm not gonna rock these seats, but it's almost like if it was gonna be like that. I think I was gonna go for the seats that come with that Cadillac from the Foos kit, the El Dorado, the one he did a while back. I think those are the ones I wanted to rock, to fit them in there, and then possibly get another set and have them match in the front. But I don't know, maybe something else. Maybe I'd have to make my own because maybe those might be a little too modern. And then I had cut out the housing for the face there. I was going to create my own. I was going to be in there for that one. Let's see. Yeah, this is the original face, but I really wasn't feeling it. And I think what I wanted to do was I wanted to mold in for Riviera headlights. I wanted to put them on here. So I was starting to put styrene back then, but I really didn't know how, like the idea of like, oh, how do I go about it or whatever. I think what I should have done is I should have grabbed the original, like the Riviera that I was grabbing them from, the AMT kit, and I should have just like measured it and cut it out instead of having to scratch build it, and then just mold it in right there. But let's see here. Yeah, so these skirts are small. Like, oh shoot. Like, these are cool, but I think I'd want something bigger. I think I would want to design like a bigger skirt. from here, running all the way back. I'd probably want to do something like that for this car. I was thinking that for the other one too, the 62, the Bel Air, is like doing like a longer skirt. Kind of been thinking about that a lot. And then this is how it looks like right here in this artwork, the 2-in-2. Let me see, let's check it out. Oh, what's this? What is this from? Is that from the same one? Nah. I feel like this is from a different car. Like this part, I don't even... What the hell? GTO, but I don't remember having no GTO. Oh, here's the other Riviera piece that I need. And then we got some wheels. Oh, we got California license plate. Oh, no, wait, is it? No, it's New York. I thought it was California because it was blue, the blue and yellow. But it's not. Let me see. Yeah, this is a different one. Pontiac. What the hell is this? Oh, for the middle. The middle part here. I'm gonna hold on to this. I kind of hold on to these. I collect them just in case I need them. These rods. Whenever I'm fitting wheels from Gavin or from other brands, I like to kind of fit them in. And then, damn, there's an old glove right here, but I think there's the glasses in there for the car. That's why I used it to protect that right there. So here, let me throw these in here. Let me see. Get that in right there. All right, cool. Let me see, I'm getting a message. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and then the rear. I remember I ended up cutting this out because I was gonna do a really big tail light, all in red, and then the bumper had scuffs and stuff, so I just started sanding it down. And at the time, I was like, well, whatever, you know, I'll eventually get it chrome plated, you know. And I know some people have been getting stuff chrome plated, so this might be a future project where I do end up actually getting it chrome plated in the future. So we'll see what goes down with that. But let's see. Man, I forgot about this car. So I'm going to keep this one separate. Don't really want to put it back in the box because then I'm going to end up like forgetting it in there until I want to work on this one. Then I'll be like, oh man, I could have grabbed some parts from that right there. Let's see here. All right, let's see I think these are those, my Mercs. Oh, yeah, there's this one. All right, this is the panel. All right. Yeah, this one, I believe this one will fit the AMT kit, the 49 Mercury. Look at this thing. Thing needs to be cleaned up and primered again. It looks all trippy. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that needs to be cleaned up on this one. And then this one here, I feel like this one would, I don't know if it's for the AMT one as well, or if this is for the Revell one. I can't remember right now on this one. but I think so. I'll pull out one of the 49 Mercs just to see the part if it fits. Let's try. Let me see if this one's open. All right, cool. We got one open. Because I have some that are open, like as far as the box, but inside everything's still sealed. And I'm like, sometimes I don't even want to bust those out. I'm like, oh, I'll bust it out later. But this one, luckily, it is open. Boom. All right, cool. So this one is the 1949 Mercury Club Coupe. Damn, even this still looks nice. I'm going to have to put this inside of another plastic sheet just so it does not get damaged or starts to peel off. The artwork right here. Cool. Cool. All right, let's see. Let's set this aside and let's bust out the kit. All right, the body. Big old roof. It's all high. That's cool. And then what I always liked about this one too is like the accessories, you know, for the custom look. It's always pretty neat. Damn, even the little tools are chromed out right there. That's cool. All right, so this is how we're gonna find out if it fits. We need the hood. Let's see. All right, this side, it looks like it goes cool. Look at that. It's kind of crooked, but I feel like it needs to be cleaned up on this side. Here, let me get the knife. Might have to clean it up just a little. All right, cool. Now let's try it again. Oh, you know what? It's weird. It's probably not. I gotta probably look online because. Let me check the part. It says I'm putting it in. It's a little tight, but even the front part right here, like it doesn't really line up. Like it's kind of off. Oh, I broke a piece right now from the resin. I'll show you guys. I could glue it though, but I broke that little piece right there. Look at that. It's all good. Let's see. Where's the other kit? Oh, let me bring out another 49, the Revell. Let me see if we got to figure it out. We got to see if it's this one or not. See, the thing about this one is obviously this one already has already has a hood on there, but let's see at the bottom. Okay, so this one, it seems like this one might be a candidate right here, but there would be some mods that would need to be taking place. Obviously, right here in the rear, this would have to be clipped for sure. If I decided to use this would have to like be cut at an angle, so this way you slide it down. On top of that, these two front pieces right here would have to be cut off because right now, since it doesn't fit, obviously it's all wonky. It doesn't go in there. But my thing is, I wouldn't want this to be sticking out at all. I would want it like sunken in, like all the way in, so it's like flat in there. And if for some reason, like if I was gonna use the interior, and it's too big, I most likely section it too to make it smaller to make it fit. But let's see if the package trick kind of lines up. But I don't know. Right now I'm kind of guessing that this might be the kit for this car. I mean, it looks like it kind of lines up. Pretty cool. Oh, what if it's not? What if it's actually the Revell kit that lines up with this one? But yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah, and then cutting those. But this is, I mean, this is more of a curbside, you know. As long as you have like, you know, you could even make your own chassis. Just have your own wheels propped up, and then just an interior. Maybe a little light, a little dome light or something, or some kind of light maybe underneath, just so it kind of lights up. So if someone's looking at it from the sides or the front right there, it looks a little bit inviting. But yeah, let me see what's up real quick. Let me grab something else. All right, I have this other Merc right here. Is Woody. But I realized the other day I pulled it out. I'm actually missing a main component from it. But I'm like, I can't remember where it went or what. Let's see. I gotta move this box. Running out of room. All right, let me check the chat real quick before I dive in deep. That way I say what's up to you guys. Let's see. What's up? It's headquarters. Tom. Styrene Live 505. What's up, man? It's been a minute. Jeff Walsma. What up? And OmniWorks. What's up, man? How you doing? Let's see. So you say some of those resin bodies require the Revell kit instead of the AMT. Oh, nice. Let's see. So this is another one. This is the Woody. Well, this is actually the resin body, right? But it was a Woody too. And I ended up filling in the whole Woody, smoothing everything out. I glued the skirt on, then I molded it in right there. Let's see if it, come on camera. What the heck? There we go. Give it that mold, and then it fades into the back. There's the top view. Just give it like a blend. And it's all with glue. That thing took forever, man. Both sides. But this is from the 49 Merc. The one that already comes chopped. Roof and everything. And, oh, no. It came from this one, actually. Sorry. Because it's weird. Like, there's two Revell Mercs. And the thing is the hood. Like, this hood fits obviously perfect because this is for the Woody. And when Jimmy Flintstone did the same exact Woody, but he chopped the roof. He did the chopping on this. A lot smaller compared to this roof right there. You have to use the same hood for it to fit really clean and flush on there. There you go. But let's find out about this one. I don't even think I even tested it on this one. All right, let's see. AMT. Oh, shoot. Oh, dang. Yeah, this one doesn't fit, but my guess is the other Merc, the two-door one, is going to fit. Because the AMT one didn't fit on there. So most likely that's going to for sure fit. See, we got the face right here. Damn, look at that. It's like opening up. Yeah, thing wants to fucking eat. Bam, the back. Yeah, I just wanted to smooth this thing out and have it like just slammed on the ground once it's ready. But then I realized that from this kit, I'm missing the floor, like the interior floor. I only have this frame. That's it. And I'm like, dude, what did I do? Like I must have taken it out and put it on another box, and then I lost it. So that thing's long gone. I know I don't have it anymore. That thing is gone, dude. Let me see. So let me put this back right here. Let's see. And then this is from the 49. You know what? Let me try to test fit this. I didn't even do that. Yeah, it's probably not. This one, look, it's all weird. Yeah, this is not gonna fit it. There we go. So it fits all nice. That's what it was meant for. So let me set this one here. Let's put these parts back real quick. Let me put this away. And then here, let me grab a plastic for this thing because I don't want that thing to get jacked up. There we go. Put that in there. Bam, there. It'll be saved for some more years. Right there. All right, cool. All right, right now I'm just kind of sorting through stuff real quick, just to see what I want to do. All right, forgot about this one. This is another one that I was working on, and then I put it away when I was moving. All right, so this one was painted, clear coated already. Damn, the roll cage is already gonna fall. Let's see, let's get this one out. Here we go. Yeah, this is what the zoom on wide body kit on this one too. And then yeah, all right, I want to see where I left off. So this needed to be painted black for sure. We have the roll cage already set. I didn't even finish the bottom. Let's see, what do we have in here? I feel like I left something in here. We got the headlights. Here are the tail lights. Oh, dang. All right. So we got all these little parts. Things I needed to do. And I was like, man. I was like, I got to put this one away. I don't want to work on it right now. And then these were the where it gave you all the info right here. Things you need to do, what you need to add to the car to make it work. Right there. And but let's see what's inside of this zoom on box. I don't even know what I have in here. For sure the seats. Let's find out. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I remember. Now it's coming back. So I was working on the interior on this one, and I think I just use that Tamiya what is it, the gunmetal, I think, for the interior. And then I started using some of the Lowrider waterslide decals on there, and then I just went with the flat black for now right there. So let's see, and then these were the ones I was working on that had left. And then the original The ones that come with the Toyota ones. I haven't even used them yet. They're still in there. Oh yeah, these were the wheels I was doing mock-ups with. These are the ones that come with the set. With the zoom on ones. Let's see the seats. So the seats. All right. So with these seats here, I was starting to add carbon fiber inside of them. There's like little tiny little inserts. Let me see if I turn it right there. Right there in there. So it was going to have them inside and I believe in the back too. Those were the details I was going to add to this. But I didn't finish it. Like I just started it and then I just whatever. Like I don't even know what happened that I just stopped. Some of the photo etch parts that still need to be added to this one. So this is like a whole nother project right here. That and then these wheels. Man, I forgot I even had these wheels. Oh, in black. Oh yes. Then this part, even put a decal down here. You weren't even gonna see that anyway, but I don't know why I just threw it down there. The back. And then I guess I was gonna use this guy as a driver. This is the dude from what's that? Initial D. I was gonna toss him in there as the driver. Oh yeah, this is the photo etch for the bottom of the seats, right there. Here we go. There'll be something like that, sticking out just a little bit. And let's get the interior. I think it was gonna go like that. I mean, it's not even glued. Something like that. I'm just kind of guessing it. Right here. You could barely see it. But it was going to be in there, though. I definitely was going to put that in there. And then the roll cage was going to be in purple. At first, I thought, oh, maybe I'll do a yellow one. But then I was like, nah, I don't want to do yellow. Maybe red. Then I was like, nah, red. Then I just decided with the purple. These are just parts for the car that still need to go on there. So this is all separate stuff. I think this is all just the stuff that I was like, all right, this is the stuff that's going to go in the car. I got to work on it. And then the disc brakes are in there as well. So yeah, this is still a project, man. But I had this like just bunched up with all my kits. And now that I have them all laid out right here, I'm able to just like pull out, like, let me pull this one out. And then I open them. Like right now I was like, man, I haven't opened this one. Let's check it out together. Seeing some stuff right here. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Brian? Thank you, man. Thank you. But yeah, once, I want to get it done. I want to definitely get this one finished up because it's just chilling in this box, and it needs to come out. It needs to have some life right here. See, the thing with this car is I clear coated it once, and when it was done, it was pretty much to seal the water slide decals that were on there. And you could see the orange peel. Look at the light. It's not like, like a mirror, like clear or whatever. But the more I thought about it at the time, I was like, you know what? I know I could re-clear it again. But then again, I was like, nah, I kind of do like it like that for this kind of car. Because sometimes, some of these cars, not all of them are going to be like show cars, So I figure, this could be a car that gets used, gets jacked up. Maybe I'll weather it or something too, I think I drilled out the holes or the rivets. Yeah, I did. You could barely see it though. All right here, I'm gonna apply rivets all around, and I had pre-drilled them already. Let's see if it captures it. I'm gonna keep turning it. There's tiny little holes. You can barely see it in there. But yeah, each fender has its little holes right there, and then I'm gonna put tiny little rivets. There you go. You can kind of see them right there. Those are also zoom on rivets that are gonna go in there. And yeah, once I feel like I got this one, I feel inspired to be like, all right, I want to get this one out of my system. I want to build this car. Then, we'll proceed moving forward on it. I'm like, man, watch me just break it. That'd be crazy. Just end up breaking the whole car right now. But yeah, I was gonna go with the dark color right there. But yeah, we'll see, man, when this car starts to come through. But yeah, this is one. Let's see. Let me set this one right here. You know what? I'm gonna put the roll cage in here too, because that thing's gonna get jacked up if I keep it out. Here, just leave it like that. Separate. Oh, can't forget this bag. See, how did I have it? I think this one went in first. That. Yeah, I'm just barely gonna put it on because I'm gonna take it off anyway. So I don't want to get too crazy. End up bending it. All right, cool. Let me set this one aside real quick. All right, let's see. Where I leave off with this one. All right, let's see. Let's put this away. All right, so the update on this one from the last time we did the putty. We put a bunch of putty right here on the sides, and then I just sanded it down as smooth as I can get it for now. Primered it up, and I used that what was it? The epoxy putty from Mr. Hobby on there. There's still some parts that I still need to work on, but I've been thinking about the skirts, or like the back part. I kind of feel like I want to throw like a long like skirt on the side, and also start figuring out what I'm gonna do for the rear. That's why I've been looking for bumpers and rear bumpers, and then front bumpers, and also grills, things like that to that I want to customize. But I've been thinking about this. Let me see if I have any like a thin scrap of styrene. Maybe this will work. That's too thin. Oh yeah, maybe this one. It's kind of thin just to shape out. Let's see. All right, I don't know. I'm just gonna play around real quick, see what happens. I probably would need to get rid of this lip that's sticking out. Probably need to shave it off. Like all this would have to come off right here. I mean, I don't want a skirt that's gonna be flat either, but let's see. I'm just trying to think. Like if, let's see if it started maybe from right here and then it shot back. Okay, let's do this. Let me grab some tape. All right, let's see. Oh, man. I'm gonna try to line this up like in here, like that, and then leaving. I'm thinking, how many millimeters is that, or whatever? I don't know, I'm just gonna eyeball it. From right there, let me scoot it up. Right there. All right, now we got this exposed. The bottom right there. Cool. All right. Let's see. This thing. I'll cut it maybe like right here. Make it a little round, just a little bit. Feels weird right here, this little section. I mean, I could go straight, but I almost feel like I need to give it a little bit of roundness. But I mean, this is not like how it's gonna look. The skirt looks all weird right now, but I'm just trying to kind of get an idea of the shape. Maybe let's trim it. Let's see. Too zoomed in right there. Trying to see if I could get a better angle for you guys, but I need to sit a little bit more on this side. Let's take that off. The only thing I could think of is like if it did have a skirt, let's just say if I like knock that out, I'd probably layer up like more styrene on this just to give it that little lip part on there. But then I'd most likely blend in. I'd probably blend this in here. I wouldn't want there to be like a little step right here either. I'd probably blend it in right there. Yeah, cause I mean it's not gonna be a long ass skirt. It's just I'm just trying to get like an idea of what I'm kind of working with. Let's see what it. Yeah, that looks kind of funky. Cause I already cut it down here. It's already like it looks like it was sectioned the car, but by cutting out a small piece from it. Let me see. Yeah, I really would have to sit down and, well, not sit down, but like think it through, because then I'm gonna be compromising the body line right here too. Like this would be coming out, and then it's gonna stop right here. Like it's gonna disappear. I have to think about that. Like how weird would that look? Would it look cool or not? Because if I ended up making that line disappear, then I feel like I'd have to like throw it on the whole car on both sides. Make it a bit wider. But I know right here I need to fill this little part in to make it. There's like a chunk, like something bit it right here. But I got to shape that up with like glue and stuff. Yeah, because behind it would look like this is just like the OG style skirt, right? Like if I was like, all right, let's just do a regular skirt. There, that's just the OG skirt. You do one for any car. Just cut on the line. Bam. All right. Let's see. There we go. Got a little skirt. Now all we got to do is just sand the bottom, right? Like that would be easy right there. Boom. And then you could always like get another one, like stack it. Like this is just a really thin, probably like under 1 millimeter. But you could always trace it out on a thicker, like 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter. And just stick it in there so it copies the thickness of this right there. What up, Steve? Let's see. Where do you get inspiration for the 62? Yeah, this one, I think it's just a little bit of like seeing custom cars on magazines, and also just cars from Japan also as well, like the lowriders from Japan and the custom cars from here, from the US. like seeing that side of things. But I don't think it's been anything where I'm like, oh man, I saw one and I'm gonna try to recreate that. What's up, Juan? What up? What up? Just playing around right here with this one. Let's see. All right. So when it's like this, let's see if I could trim it like this. If not, I could always sand it down just to get the idea for like a traditional style like skirt. Oh yeah. Let me see. Let me do this better. I think I might have to just cut it. Oh, thanks, man. Oh yeah, dude, for sure. Yep, next movie, hell yeah. That's the car right there. Hey Juan, didn't they sell that car? The next movie? Yeah, that car was like next. That is damn. That was like that is one of the best 62s. Yeah, I still need to trim more if I wanted to do that. Just to line it up completely. Completely. Ah. To keep going back and forth, but let's see. Maybe a straight line. Hope I didn't cut too much. Find out. Man, I wish he would have kept that car, dude. But you know, he probably did what he had to do, and he was like, "All right, it's time for a new project." But yeah, man, dang, that was such a beautiful car that he did at that time. All right, so it's a little bit smoother. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna rock this kind of a skirt, you know, but who knows? Who knows? I'll just leave it on here. I'll leave this as a mock-up. I'll let this kind of grow on me. Maybe, you know, we'll see. But almost if I would go with like a skirt, like this kind of style, I'd probably put another more styrene to fill it in. I don't think I'd want it to be flat. And then I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll mold it. Maybe I'll mold it in. Who knows? I mean, the one car. What's that one? 70 Monte Carlo, Juan, the green one. Forget the name of the car, but it was in Lifestyle at some point, and he has the rear skirt molded into the body, and it looks clean. It's a 70 Monte Carlo, a green one, a lowrider. But yeah, seeing here, let me put the camera on this side. Seeing a molded, I wonder how that would look. Oh yeah, Fatal Attraction. That's the car. But yeah, because if I would mold this, I'd get rid of this little lip that's sticking out. Just flatten it and just line this all up, and then boom. But then again, another idea too, man. You know how Luis did that replica from that 64 from Japan, that purple one that has the it has the back part like more slammed. It's let me see. Let me get my ruler. Like the way they cut it, like let's say if how it's like that, like the way it's cut, it's almost like it was cut like that. Like they cut a bit more in the rear, so when the car's like sitting down, it almost looks like the front's higher and the back's lower. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I could do something like that too. Cut the back on there. And yeah, let's see here. NASCAR lover. What up, man? Friends with Kit Builder Chris. Oh, nice, man. Shout outs to Chris. Yeah, the colors, I haven't decided colors yet on this one. On this one, it's just been more just playing with the body. Just seeing like what I'm gonna add or take out. And I feel like once all that is like set, then I'm gonna start to go ahead and work on that. You know, as far as like colors, things like that. But yeah, I've been trying to find like extra bumpers and also front grills and things like that, because like if I use a custom grill, I'm most likely going to run some styrene from here to here to do like the housing for it, so it's scratchable, because I don't want to use the original like housing. Maybe I could always like cut it out. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, like I could cut a lot of this out, and yeah, I don't even think I would even use the bumper, because this is the original for the Bel Air, the front right there. I mean, it looks nice, you know. Don't get me wrong. I like it. I like the Bel Air face, but yeah, I don't want to rock it. If we're already gonna be customizing things on it, it's got to be different also on there. But yeah, a skirt for sure would want to do something. Let me see here. Or maybe it doesn't have to be this high. Maybe it could be a little lower. Yeah, it looks all weird. And then do those little things right here. Oh, no. Maybe a little spike. Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe too small. Let's get rid of that lip. It's bothering me. I mean, why not? A little bit more right here. Just a little bit more right there. I'm just using a 400 grit right now to flatten it. I have another one that's like 200, but then I don't know. Too much. Then later I have to fix that. All right, here we go. So one side's a 400, then I got the 600. But let's just do 4 right now. It's a little bit of shavings, very small amount, nothing crazy. Putting a like really light pressure, not too much. It's more like guiding the knife. There we go. Okay. Nice and flat. This door's gonna come off. I'm also thinking I might add styrene back here because, like, watch. This is just an example. I'm not saying I'm gonna rock this look. Like if I have this like that, right? and then shooting down, and then right here there's like a little, there's nothing right here. And even when you stare at the car, like if this was sitting down, slammed on the grass or whatever, already this body line right here, it's shooting down, making it look like lower, tucked in. And then right here, this goes up right here. So I'm thinking, like, I wonder if I should possibly even put some styrene there, or because if, let's see here, trying to think. Unless if we don't add styrene and we cut, like we were talking about the Horizon car, we could probably cut it. Let me see. Trying to line it up right here. Stick that in right there. And then we're left with some, whatever you see of styrene, that's what would need to be cut, let's just say, as an example. That could make the car sit even lower in the back. Watch. Let me get my my little pen right here. Can I give you the idea? Let me get tape. It's moving. I knew this was gonna happen. Knew it. All right. Let's see. We're just trying to see what's up. Touch it right there. Right there. And it doesn't have to be a big chunk either. Just a small, subtle amount. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot right there. Let me go down. See right there. Okay. Let's see if it was right there. A little more. Hold on. It's almost like I'm trying to cut like a little portion of right here. Right there. Come on, it's not working. Let's use the lead pencil. Okay, so it's like, let me see if you guys could see this. It's what you see in black. That little line, it's nothing. But I think that would help kind of like get rid of this little, looks like a little dip. Is that right? Let me see. Yeah, because like the back's touching, but then that lifts. Well, I should put sandpaper here and just be like, or like this. Sand it down. See the other side. Trying to get comfortable here. I need to see if it matches with the other side. Okay, it would be like something like that right there. All right, let's mark it, and then we'll eyeball it to see if it kind of matches. Watch one. Most likely one's gonna be more than the other. Watch. It always goes down like that. You're like, dang. So we already did this other side too, right there in the inside. A little bit in there. Let me see. All right. I think we're just going to cut it. I'm going to figure it out. I just don't know what's more comfortable. Maybe like this. I need to cut more. Yeah, oh yeah. Way more. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's just the styrene's a little bit thicker. This one will handle it. Let's see right there. We're getting close to the line. Right there. Sorry guys if it's hurting the ears. We're getting there. See that little dip now in the back? It's starting to go away. Still need to sand it more. Here, let me see if I have something bigger. Hang on. All right, let's see if this one will line up. Trying to line up the back with just the piece right here. Okay, so there we go. Starting to flatten down right here. Oh, sorry, I'm over here. You guys are over here. Come on. Pay attention. Right there. Let's cut this thing off too. Come on, why not? We already did the other side. Just gotta be careful. I'm getting excited right here. Yeah. Playing around. Bust out. Get rid of this side. You know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Why not? This is this is 240 grit. Get this nice and flat. This is like a metal rod, a flat metal rod from God hand, yeah. All right, so let's see that. Let's see what else was I gonna do. If I move forward. Oh, where's it at? All right, cool. Let's see. What up, Rich? Let's see. Yeah, so this front part here of the roof, this whole front section here, it's from a 57 Chrysler 300. This front part. This back part is from a Corvair. It was like a custom piece that came with it. And then it's the 62 Bel Air body. And I'm just messing with it. Just trying to see, you know, what else I'm going to be adding to this as I go. And decided I'm going to be adding a skirt to the car. And also, I'm trying to line this up, trying to make it smaller in the rear. And trying to line this up right here. Let's see. All right, so decided to take off like the little molding right here, that little lip that sticks out. So I still need to kind of flatten it though. I'll get on it in a little bit. What else do I got? So this way when it sits, it looks lower from the back end. Okay. Where's that skirt? Not gonna use this one, but it was just kind of see it lining up. Could always fill this in. I might mold it, man. I might mold it. So, oh, thank you, Rich. Thank you for the kind words right there. Yeah, let me show you the bottom right here. Right there. All the separate pieces. So for the back part, I pretty much had to cut it in half and split the two pieces because for the Corvair is smaller. So you can see obviously the gap, how much of a gap I needed to fill in with styrene. And, you know, this back part is from another car too. I just can't remember from which car. Right there that I ended up cutting. And even the rear, I ended up just taking out everything that came with that trunk right there. So I molded, you know, everything's going to be molded in, all this. But later I'll cut out my own trunk, like probably like a smaller one with hinge. I'll most likely be doing that. And, you know, I'm still deciding on the doors. I had to cut these doors a while back. And I don't know, man. Like, I feel like Like I'm like them, but then I don't, and I'm letting them right now chill. But later, as little changes happen in the car, I'm gonna start to decide what's gonna happen. Am I gonna keep them? Am I gonna take them out and do something different? I just want it to flow cool, where I'm like happy with it. I'm like, all right, cool. I like the way it looks, and not be like, dang, I shouldn't even have done that. What was I thinking? Or just I like everything but that, you know. And I don't want to feel like that when it's all done. Okay, so now that leads us to this. So see, like right here, this is kind of round, kind of oval shape, and then this is now flat, more sharp, more flat. So right here in the black, you can see what needs to be cut right there on the other one in the back. So we'll see, Let's see. Man, I might have to use my left hand to cut this because I know it's gonna feel awkward with my right. Oh man. Uh-oh. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's all a bunch we have to cut. It just feels weird. And then right here, I feel kind of blind. Like I can't even see that well from this angle to cut. Let's see. No, I feel like I'll be cutting in. Maybe I have to just do it this way, eyeballing it. And guess it. Get that little shavings. Let's see what's up. There we go. Right here where I need to cut it more. Right there. Damn, there's still more I need to cut. Yeah, the sanding part's gonna take forever. I gotta continue doing it with the scissors, or else I'm gonna be here all night. There we go. Okay. Okay. Dope. Let's see. Let's try to fix this. There we go. Oh, there we go. I think we're back on track. Then we'll do a test with the box just to see if it lines up. Hopefully. I'll hope for the best. If it doesn't, then damn, we jacked up. It's over. It's all over. All this work for nothing. Nah. Does it line up? Boom, flat. Flat on this side. Is it flat on this side? Yep, right there. Bam. So let's see. Let's look at it like this. Better. Boom. Slam to the ground right there. And all right. So like the front, right? See how the front, obviously it's not touching. Right here. Sorry for it being upside down, but it's not touching right here, right? But later, if I decide to like do a housing and mold it, I probably will do it so it touches the front down right there. The face. All right, cool. I'm starting to dig how this looks, but let me sand a little more, just a little more on this side. Little more right here. All right, we'll pick all this dust up in a bit with the little vacuum. Yeah, I kept blowing stuff on the sides later. I'm gonna end up having to get all that stuff back. All right, so where's that one skirt? Let's see. This was just like a little template right there. Sorta, kind of, you know, just to kind of get the idea. Oh, there we go. I think it was like this. Right? Like that. But it's too thin. We would need it thick. Like if we were going to mold this, right? We'd have to put a nice thick one right here. Get the glue applied. Have it just hold. And then from the inside, put the CA glue right there. Just so now it holds it nice and tight. Lock that in. And, I mean, the easiest way would be just using CA glue all over again right here. Like really small, tiny little amounts. Accelerator, sanding it, primering it, and then seeing what little crevices you probably need to fill in that didn't. Just to get it really, really locked in right there. That's also a thing. But yeah, this thing, let's see. I'm gonna change the angle in a bit. Just let me put on this little skirt as a test and see what's up. Bam. Oh, thank you, Rich. Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, let's see. So then. This thing's, yeah. Imagine, I'm just trying to picture it like just flat to the ground. Can't even see the back wheels. The back wheels are like they're gone, you know, because it's so slammed. And I gotta make the front look bad in the back, like mean. Man, I need to get something to sand this. Like I need like a big sheet, a huge sheet of sanding. So this, like on a big flat area. So this way I could just go like that. Like that. That way everything lines up. When I like just put it flat, I could just be like that, right? Hell yeah, bro. Let's see. Let's see what thickness we would need. I wonder, maybe a 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter. Let me see. I'm gonna look through my styrene just to see what's like a cool size. We could probably try it right now. Yeah, probably not even the 1 millimeter. Dang, I'm out 3. That would be all huge. Oh, sweet. I already got like a couple scraps right here. Man, that looks weird. What was I doing? All right, let's get rid of this. Okay. Let's see how thick this is. It's not as thick, but I feel like it's pretty decent. Like it's chill. It's pretty chill. So how about we do this? Cut this in half. Okay. Let's cut this in half real quick, and we're gonna see right now what we gotta do. All right, cool. So we got this part. Bam, right there. Lined up. Let's line it up. Then we're gonna cut it out. Get a fresh new piece. All right, right there. I think that's cool. If it moves, it moves. Okay. Let's see. Oh man, come on, man, it's moving. I think like that. Okay. Do the outline. Did he get it? Yeah, he got it. Okay, so this is my outline right now. Oh, come on. There it is. All right, cool. So let's cut it out now. Let's see. I'm just going to use these the cutters here. Cut it like scissors. So here's the thing. I could glue this on, mold it in, let it sit for some days, see how I feel later. If I like it, we're gonna roll with it, right? In case if I'm like, oh man, I don't like it looks whack, whatever, I'm just not feeling it, it's not flowing, I could still add, build another type of skirt or grab a skirt from a different kit. If I do come across an AMT kit or on eBay parts, or maybe I'll find a stash in one of my boxes. I'm like, dude, I forgot about this. Then I could still slap that on and see what's up, I don't have to worry. Like, I won't even have to break this out. I'll just cover it up, or I'll figure something out, in case if I change my mind. In case if I'm like, oh, dude, you know what? Like, I'm just not feeling it. Here, I'm sanding it really, really chill right here. Just to get it in there right there. Okay. Let's see. We might have to do it one more time. It doesn't have to be like perfect, because then the glue's gonna kick in there, right? And then we can still sand the bottom in case if it still sticks out, right? Which most likely it will. It will stick out. It's not gonna be like perfect lined up, bro. Let me see. It's not gonna be like the Street Fighter voice. Perfect. When you beat the dude, never get hit. All right, bam, right there. Here, and let's bend it a little so we can round it out, kind of. Yeah. It's, Bam. Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Yeah, this will probably work right here. We're getting there. I'm gonna get my glue right now. First, I'm gonna put the cement, the Tamiya one, the light one, just so it kind of holds it, right? And then we'll bust out with the other stuff. I just want it just to kind of hold on there. All right, let's see. Let me go get it. Hang on. So we're gonna need this, we need that, we need that. All right, and then we're also gonna need the accelerator too. All right. Cool, we're back. So let me move this stuff. Hey, let me drink some water. Dang, I keep forgetting. Sometimes I'm like done and still a bunch of water right there. I'm like, dude, come on. Gotta get on it. Okay. All right, let me scuff. Bend it so it's not too like flat or whatever. Kind of want it to stick out just a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit stick out. Because I'll be sanding it anyway to flatten it. Instead of it being sunk in, you know. And I'm just going to press it. Let me turn it, angle it. See, oh dang. It moved. Too much pressure. We're going to be gentle. Make it melt. Bond. I was even thinking about using another putty by Mr. Hobby. It's like a powder and something else. I was thinking about using it here. Let me see. I keep putting my arms up. Let me see if I could zoom in like this. Maybe this will be better. Still moving because I put a lot of it in there, so it still kind of moves here, moves there, which is okay. I mean, it gives you that chance to kind of play with it a little, you know, trying to see like, oh no, lift it here, no, lift it there. Okay, all right, so now let's just commence and put some CA Little bit, just in the inside right here. I'm just gonna pour a little bit. Come on. There. All right, let's see. Damn. Mars Garage, what's up, bro? What up, what up? All right. Let's put this little droplet right here. There, that's all you need. Dried. There we go. The glue's already dry now. Got the accelerator up in there. Yeah, this thing's pretty solid in the inside. Then even the accelerator came out. I'll wipe it down right now, and then I'm gonna see how it feels, and then let's see. Most likely, we're gonna have to sand this. Hopefully, I don't drop it or have it fall out. Maybe I'll have to put more glue to reinforce it from the inside. We get it flat, back in business again. Right there. Flatten out the skirt so it lines up with the body of the car. Okay. Oh, the accelerator is trying to dry out, so I'll be able to put more glue. You need to fix it right there. Still like a little. Like a little lip. There's the 240. Blend this little bad boy. There. Okay. Cool. Starting to dig it. Oh, sorry. I'm like, what's going on? But yeah, I'm gonna put a little bit more glue, just to reinforce this bad boy in here. But let me, I'm gonna pour it in a little cap because since I already poured accelerator, and if I make contact with the glue bottle, then I'm gonna end up compromising the bottle. So let me get that in a little stick. Let me pour some of this stuff in here. Hang on. There we go. Get the headphones back. All right, cool. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, from the last time, man, that roof was looking crazy with all that stuff. But nah, thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. All right, cool. So we got the glue right here. Let me get a little bit on here on this little stick. Let me twist this little thing because then it starts to get everywhere. Apply it on here. Cool. Okay. So I'm using the purple one, the what is it? The medium? I know it's yeah, medium. So it's a little thinner compared to the pink one. The pink one's a bit thicker. I like them both. But right now I'm just using the medium, kind of build up on that. All right, cool. Then let me twist it right there. All right, so all right, I'm just gonna use the glue, but I'm gonna be very careful because I'm gonna just put small amounts of glue. Because if I put a lot, it's gonna be a headache having to sand that down. But later I'll show you guys. That way you don't have to be sanding with your hand all the time. So right now I'm just kind of touching down into the line with the CA glue. That's not me. That's the glue talking, making the noise right there. Let's see. Let's check it out. Dang. Thing makes the noises, bro. All right. Let's see. A little more right here. It almost feels like they're little weld lines. The hell? What's that? Oh, come on. Little piece of debris just got caught up in there. All right, cool. So, all right. Here's what's going to happen. I don't know. Let me see if you guys can see that right there. The shininess, the glue, we got to dull that out. That's just one side. So we're going to put some accelerator down on this side. Oh, that's a lot of drops. Oops. And the inside. Okay. Dang, that's a lot of drops. Put too much. Look at that. It's all wet. Get a little towel. Let me get a little towel, and then I'm going to get my this little sander. I'm going to show you guys. The Mr. Polisher. All right. All right, cool. All right, so, you know, I could feel the glue on here. The bottom is reinforced. Feel the glue right here. But we're gonna, I could sand it by hand and all that. You know, that's cool. But there's another way. I could also do it with the G tool. And this G tool, I do use it from time to time whenever I'm just not in the mood of like sanding, you know, with my hands. I'm like, oh man, come on. I got to get rid of this little thing, you know? So, let me show you. Let's bust out. So, this right here is the G tool. And I put, you know, obviously it looks like a toothbrush. I always get the joke all the time. Oh, the toothbrush. Yeah, for sure. Turn it on. Turn it off. It, you know, spins or whatever. And yeah, there's a 220 grit pad on there. So I'm gonna fire it up, and then I'm just gonna be. We're gonna getting rid of that shine. right there, right? Let me see how close we could jam on here so you guys could kind of see what's going on. And don't apply pressure, just hover over the section. It's almost like if you're polishing your models after they're clear coated. All right, let's stop. Let's get my finger. I feel it. All right, I can still feel a little bit of some glue, and I can still see some shininess right there. So we got to keep it going. Keep it flat. There we go. Okay, now let me do this. Let me get my do it by hand, and then we'll come back with it. I always like using a combination of different sanding pads, tools, whatever, like flat, soft like this, different things just to get the work flowing, get it in there. Let's see, let me touch up the bottom now. It's a little bit more solid here, so we're gonna touch up the bottom right here. Let's see. Hang on, let me just do this, and I'll come to the chat room a bit. Okay. Okay. Look at that right there. Oh, sorry. All right. It's starting to blend in for sure. Even feeling it. I could just feel a little bit, but not too much. Not too bad, It's pretty chill. Let me hit it with the 240 right here. Yeah, I love this 240. It's like a workhorse. And then obviously later I bump it up to the 400 and all that. Okay, now let's see. Let's do the 400. This is like a flat. So then at this point, primering would be like one of the things that would be very key to do. So this way you can revisit if I need a glue. Pour a little bit of glue on the where I pretty much made the mold line right there, that contact. Make sure there's no cavities. There you go. Because sometimes what happens, there could be a little cavity that you're like, oh, dude, we got to fill that in. And I remember I used to run into an issue when I used to like glue and mold things together. I would always there would be a cavity, right? And my friend would be like, I would put glue, sand it, and it would come back. It kept coming back. And my friend told me, he said, "Hey man, when that happens, that's always gonna happen because you have a cavity in there." He's like, "You're basically gonna have to go in there and drill that thing, make it bigger, make that drill bigger or that hole bigger, fill it in with more glue, so this way now it's just a bigger piece, and then bam." He's it's kind of like what a lot of the dentists do, you know, a lot of the times. And I was like, all right. And then I took his advice and I did it. Yeah, it worked out for me. So I was like, dang, cool. Shout outs to him for that. All right, cool. So let's see here. I like the way it feels too. Like the shape of it right there. All right, let's see the bottom. Making sure you look at that. It's like you can see the lineup right there. We got it flat right here. Running it up and down. Okay. So this side right here, this whole bottom piece is pretty much, you know, like I said, primer that thing, and then dry it. But hey, we're here, right? Let's primer it right now. But I'm not gonna do it in here. I'm gonna go outside and do it. But let me get the can. Hold on. There. Take this off. All right, cool. Yeah, I don't wanna get paint on my jacket because then I'm gonna be like, oh, got all kinds of, got all this like primer on it. Like that would suck, you know. All right, cool. So I'm gonna go outside in the yard. I'm gonna go tag it up. Nah, I'm playing. That would suck. All right, get caught. So I'm just gonna do a couple like real quick, but I'll be back. All right. You know what? Let me turn off my camera outside. Alright, we got. Just give me a moment, guys, and I'll be back. Alright, cool. Alright. Done. Alright. There. Alright. So we got it primered up. That's it. That's it. All right, cool. Let me take this off. God damn, it's cold now. Woo. Man, it's cold in here, guys. Stepped outside. And I was like, even more cold out there. All right, cool. Let's see. All right, I'm gonna show you real quick, kind of what's going on. So I sprayed it, and I just try to dry it real quick. But let's see, this is where we're at. I'm gonna zoom in so I can show you guys what needs to be done. There is some work that needs to be done with, that's for sure. Right now, you could somewhat kind of see the skirt there because it's still, the paint's a little, it's drying or whatever. There was a small little area that I do need to add a little bit more glue. And I think that's it. And then just sand it again and then hit it with more primer. But when I hit it with the primer, I'm going to go heavier. I just did a couple little like really light right there. So, right now I just use the, here, let me get this thing off. It was just like really, really, really quick. But man, look at that. It just changes. It looks all crazy. The shape of the car. Here, let me go sideways. Look at this. Right there. Boom. Yeah, it just changed. That's what happens. It changes the look of the car as you go. And then this side still need to do that side, right? But since we already did this side, then the other side's gonna be pretty easy, not too hard, But yeah, that's kind of the process of like the way I get these things kind of going and molded. I really don't use a lot of how can I say this, like Bondo types of like different types of putties, Oh, shoot, let me throw on the headphones. It's pretty much just glue for the most part, and like the epoxy one, that's a new product that I had gotten. I mean, that's been around for a minute, but I was like, yo, let me try it out for the roof and all, but it's something that like if let's say if I didn't want to use the glue, then I'd use that to fill in the little area. 6 hours for it to dry, but right now, we're here live, we're just chilling, messing with this thing, seeing where we go, and I kind of don't want to keep you guys waiting, See, like right now I'm already touching this thing already dried, the glue, the paint, the primer's already dry. I don't know, I don't really recommend it for all the time, but I was just using a heat gun right here. You got to be very careful. Obviously, this part gets really hot. I'm doing it here in the garage, so whenever I'm done, I unplug it, put it on the floor. Floor is always cold. Make sure nothing's around. Stay safe with that. But when I distance like pretty far, and I move it around. I move the model around. I've done it when I clear coat. At times, if I want to speed stuff up, if I'm painting a little Hot Wheel, with the Hot Wheel, I mean, the body's not gonna melt, right? But the metal is gonna get hot, like pretty. So you got to be careful too. You don't want to damage the paint. Luckily, everything's been super chill with that. But right now for the example, I was like, yo, let me do it this way. But here, let me see. I'm gonna sand it right now. Really lightly. Let's see what happens. See if it digs into the. Because I know I still need to kind of fix that little area. It looks a little raised. But yeah, if I'm in a pinch, like if I'm like, yo, I gotta get this done, like I'm lagging it, and I want to see progression. I want to see like, what do I need to do next? Like, I want to do something tonight, get it done. All right, cool. Cause I'm not gonna be able to work on this model for a while. I gotta put it away, whatever. that's kind of the route I go a lot of the times. CA glue, accelerator, primering, and then the heat gun. You know, saves me a lot of time. It gets me to start wrapping up the project, stuff like that. But you know what I mean? A lot of the times you do all this stuff and then at the end you lose motivation or something comes up and you're like, dang, I was doing all this. I was in a good flow and everything, and then something came up and now I got to stop. You know, it happens, you know, but you know, if hopefully this helps you guys get an idea, maybe you guys can apply this to something that you're possibly doing or working on, you know, in the future or currently. But if for whatever reason you decide, oh, I'm going to go get a heat gun and all that, just be very careful with that. You know, it's not like you need it. It's not a necessity, you know, but I know my homies, they used it in the automotive stuff and all that. And I was just like, yo, I need something whenever I'm in the pinch. I want to do it. See, like right now we just sanded off the primer right there, and we're just getting it nice and smooth. And then we could just hit it again, and then boom, done. That's it. But like tomorrow, you know, it's gonna be a sunny day, so most likely what I could do is just spray the whole, you know, the whole body or just that panel, and boom, it'll be like good. Let it bake in the sun instead of using the heat gun. Just let it bake in the sun, and we'll be good to go right there. But let's see. Yeah, I don't even see that little thing that I was looking at earlier right there. I'm really digging it right here, how it's going through. Let's see. Yeah, I'm digging it. All right. So then obviously, you know, we already shaved this off. We already sanded it this way. All it is just the same. Repeat. Create the skirt, cut it out, glue it, and do the same thing all over again of what we just did. Let me, I'm going to visit you guys now in the chat, and I'm going to clean up like some of the area right here because kind of chaotic. Let's see. What up, Kevin? How you doing, man? What's up, dog? Let's see. See, Mars, when I polish I use an old electric nail polisher that my daughter doesn't use anymore. It really works, and it's gentle on the paint. Oh, dope. Right on. I used to get, Kevin, I used to get some weird looks while shopping through the nail polish aisle. Let's see. All right, cool. Let me put this stuff over here real quick, and then I just want to clean it up because I don't want stuff falling into other things or glue, you know? And then I'm like, oh man, now it's more work. All right. Because yeah, there's a lot of little scraps and there's a lot of dust on the table right now, and then it's going to get on my keyboard and everything too. So I got to make sure. Here, let's get the big pieces with this piece of tape that we got here, lying around. Yeah, that could go on that for now. I'll get more glue later. These scraps will come in handy. So those I don't toss, I do keep. They do come in handy for sure. All right, here we go. Nice. A lot better now. Let me turn it off. All right, get that one done. All right, make sure we get all this too. Here, I think I only need this piece. All these other scraps, I don't need them. So all these other ones could go back into this little bin where I keep all the styrene pieces because they will come in later. They'll come in handy later, you know? All right, bam. Oop, dropped one. I'll get it later. All right, I think that's it. Oh yeah, this one too. Don't need that. All right, we're back in action. Table is cleared. Let's see. Boom. All right. Let's put this on here. Oh, wait. We need this piece too. Just to measure it. I think like that. Like that. See, Kevin said I was over at the automotive podcast Turkey Build Off tonight for a minute. Yeah, you know, I tuned in yesterday and earlier today. I had just gotten back home, took my daughter to the movies with my wife. We went to go see that movie Zootopia Part 2. It's a cartoon movie for kids. And I mean, she's 5, so she was like pumped. She wanted to see it. So I was like, yeah, let's go watch it. And even I got into it. I was like, yo, this is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool movie. Not bad. Like the story. I didn't know the story was going to be that complex, but okay. And yeah, I was in. My lady was like, man, this movie was long. Did you like it? I'm like, yeah, it was good. What are you talking about? It was a good movie. But I don't know. I think those are the opportunities, like when my daughter brings out the kid out in me, you know, to be able to watch something like that. So I was like, yeah, cool. And got home and, you know, everyone's, you know, we were already all hanging out. So now I'm just like chilling in the pad before I came out here. And then I tuned in for a little bit right there today, you know, just watching. I was like, oh, cool. And I think before I went live, they were already going to wrap up. I had heard they had said, oh, 10 more minutes left or something like that. And then I was like, oh, dang. All right. I'm already here. So let me just go ahead and start getting ready. And I was like, I need to look through my projects before I get started, before I even start messing with this one, you know. I just kind of want to see what was out there. I was really hoping I was going to come across like some parts for this car, but we'll see. No luck, but we'll see what's up. Let me see. Trying to cut this thing as close as possible. But yeah, tomorrow, I mean, I'm going to be busy doing some stuff and all that with the fam, but hopefully tomorrow, you know, I'll try to tune in and see what the guys are doing on there, you know, with those little bits of times that I have. I'll see what's up. I would love to jump in and like, you know, build and chop it up with the guys right there too, how they're doing. But it's just it's tough on the schedule. Like I feel like I'd jump in for a little bit and then be like, yo, I gotta go. And it's, I don't know, I feel like I would really need to set the time to be able to be in there, kicking it, you know. Okay, let's see. All right, so we're gonna repeat the process. Oh damn! Oops, there's a little case, but anyway. All right, let's repeat the process right here. This side. Oh shoot! I was like, I think I got some on my finger. Some of that glue. There we go. Yeah, next week I'm hoping to continue working on the Corvair also. I took like a little break just because I'm in that point where I need to paint some stuff. And there was just no way I was going to be able to paint during this week because my daughter was off school. You know, it's like Thanksgiving week and all that. You know, every student, everybody's different. You know, people travel, people go out of town, fly out of state and do all that good stuff to see their families. And I mean, we didn't go anywhere like that, like fly out or nothing like that. We did visit my parents a couple hours out, but you know, just kept it local. But I just been hanging out with her, like playing with her, chilling with her, and you know, teaching. She's like learning how to ride her bike and all that good stuff. And I was like, man, as much as I want to paint and do stuff, I just can't because there's just no way that I'm gonna like right now. I don't want to paint right now. You know, it's cold, it's uncomfortable. I don't want to like turn everything on and be masked up and have fumes in here. You know, even if I open the doors and have fans blowing it out, still it's like gonna be cold in here. All that cold air is gonna be, you know, creeping in here. So it's like, nah. And I'd rather do it in the day. So next week, you know, she'll be back at school. I'll have more free time. And especially like those days, like when I work from home, I could, the night before, pre-prep, have everything set, mocked up, like what I'm going to do. So this way I could just take a moment and do it. And that's it, you know, and then just let it all dry and chill and be cool right there. Like, all right, we don't got to do nothing. It's already all set. And then just continue on. And then once that's done, then I'm going to clear coat. For clear coating, I'm going to do it different this time. I know the last couple times I was clear coating here in the garage, but I really don't want to get any of my stuff full of clear coat, you know? So I'm thinking about doing it outside on one of the days where it's like the weather's nice and sunny. I'm going to go ahead and just have everything set up, clear coated outside, and just be able to do that, you know, and have those fumes just bounce out. I don't want them in here. Okay, sorry. I keep stepping away from the screen. Just want to make sure. When I pick up the glue, I like twist a little stick too, because sometimes it gets stringy, and then that's whack. Sometimes it'll get on the body and you're like, dude, that's not what I wanted to happen, but it will happen. All right, cool. Yeah, tomorrow I might hit up Home Depot to pick up a couple of lights, like light fixtures for the ceiling, and this way it'll replace two of the current ones that I have. The ones I started off with, I've had those lights since 2017, I would say. And they still work. They're fine. But, you know, obviously now there's new modern, better modern stuff, whatever, you know. And I picked up a third light, and that light was way brighter than the two current ones. And I was like, dang, you know, like what the heck? Like it's it just switched up the look of the garage. Like that corner's lit up, and these other sections are not as lit up. So I was like making that decision. Like, you know what? I think I think I'm gonna buy 2 more lights to replace these other current ones. This way, it's just better lighting in here for myself. Like when I'm working on stuff or whatever. Like I'm digging back there. You know, I put the bench back there, so if ever like I won't work on something and I'm not gonna go live, it's just like I need to work on something. I have the lighting's there now. Now I don't need this little lamp that I used to use. Like I'm pretty much good to go, right there. You know, and that's what I'm like. Heck yeah! So now I want to get these other 2 lights, and it's just gonna get better, like the lighting, and then cameras too. I want to get one more camera, because right now we got like this one here, this one. See, these 3 are the same camera, the brand, they all match, like, right? This 4th one, different brand, and it's darker. And I mess with the settings. I don't even like the settings. Like no matter what kind of settings I put on it, I don't like it. I'm like, oh, it sucks. It's not that bright or whatever. Like not too bright, but just enough where you guys could see, you know. And I'm like, man, it's whack. So one more cam. I could fit one more just to replace this one, pretty much. I mean, this one I'll still use it, but not all the time. Like I'll probably put it away and I'll start using the other one. And then when the time's right, if I decide, all right, let's bust out, I'm gonna do it, you know. But we'll see what's up. Let's see. All right, so this is the second side of the skirt. See, we're moving forward. It's happening faster. It's always the first time, like the first, you know, side or whatever, when we start working with this stuff, that it's kind of like takes a bit. But then once you know, knock it out of the way, then everything else, it's like faster, easier, you know, because now you know what needs to be done. What do you need to do as far as like the steps and all that good stuff. Let me see here. But yeah, it's crazy, man. Already December, right? It's already here. Like Christmas season, all that good stuff. And boom, done. All right. I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna try to put some of this dust on the crevice. Yeah. See if it melts in there. Bam. All right. All right, there we go. Get a nice gritty right there. All right. I might, but let's see. Let's hit it. Let's hit it with this. See what happens. Let's flatten this. I blew it the other direction. All right, let me sand a little bit of the inside right here too, just so there's no little sharp edges where things get caught and then it ends up pulling the skirt out or something, you know, whatever, for whatever reason. It's sand a little bit in there. Do the same for the other side. So this is the one side we started off with, right? And then this is the second side right here. Now let me just add the CA glue to it, because I didn't. I'm going to add just a small little amount. I don't really think I'm going to need to put that much. You can only see a little bit of cavity on there, not so much. But this is the medium, so you can just put a small little amount and then just keep adding more and more and more as you go. You don't really have to be adding so much right away. And just get it right in the line. Just keep turning this thing, man. There. Hold on. Almost done. Oh, shoot. Oh, let's try to flatten this. Cool. Cool. Now let's get the accelerator. Let me fix my jacket. Let's see. All right, there we go. There. Let that kind of dry out. There we go. And I gotta cover this. Okay. Now, let me get the God Hand 240 grit. Start hitting that area, those little areas. Make sure it's not shiny. Just get it dull out the area where I put glue. Okay, now we're gonna bust out with the dental tool. What up, Steve? What's up, man? Thank you for tuning in, bro. Hell yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Just working on this 62 right now. All right, cool. That looks flat, or like not completely flat, but I think it looks better than before. Hopefully, the truth will be told once it gets primered. Once it's primer, then yeah, be able to tell. All right, so we got This side, this side. That needs to be primered up. Right there. Here, let me clean this up again. Put these tools away over here. Make sure these are sealed. Put away this glue. I don't want to get this on my jacket. I'll be so mad. Dang, got on my jacket. Oh, man. Let's see these. No, these I'll just set them aside. I'll use those later. I feel like I need like wireless headphones now. Alright, cool. Just took off the headphones real quick. I'll put them on in a bit. Hold on. Just gotta clean this up real quick. Alright. Alright, cool. So, let's see. I don't know. Kind of curious right now. Bam. And I was talking about it earlier. Oh shoot. That thing just fell. Man. I wonder if I could use this like headlights. But then cover them or something. Mold them in. Mold something else in right here. Have this sticking down more, maybe. Let me see. I think these are from the other car. Yeah. Reverse it. No, that looks weird. Upside down. Like, let's say, like if I don't know if I use this bumper, I don't even know if I'd even rock a chrome bumper. I'd probably strip this and glue it on and mold it in, mold the whole thing in, and then like a big red light in the back maybe, but I don't know. But these are from another car. I'm just playing around right now. This isn't serious. Or like, let's say if the here, let me see if this angle will work. All right, let's. Where did I put the tape? I put it over here. Whew, I'm gonna have to clean up later tonight or tomorrow morning. I feel like I left stuff everywhere. Come on. Or like if I put a bumper, let's just say this is just an example. This isn't like for sure. But I'd probably slant the bumper. It's coming off. Damn. Come on, man. Not a good example. Not a good example. Let's see. I didn't want to do the outside. I preferred the inside. Here. Nothing's going to work. You know what? I'm using weak tape. Let me get something better. Here we go. Damn, that thing's dirty. I think I'm dirty right there. Let me mock this up real quick. This is this tape's pretty dope. That green FBS right here. It's almost like if it's like the green 3M kind of stuff, you know. I just wanted to barely touch it, and then I'm gonna put another little piece. So now it really holds it in the middle. It's just a mock-up. Nothing crazy. It's trying to go. Okay. So let's see the premiere. Premiere. Oh, wrong angle. All right. Let's see the back. So we got the skirt. Here, let me move this. Is it better? No. Right there. The skirt. Right there. Running long. Maybe I should tilt it better. Get a better angle. And then the bumper. Let's just say if I was using this bumper. It's not a for sure thing. I don't think I'd use it flat. I'd be like more like slanted. Like it's long. Right? See, it looks like crap right now like this. But let's see. I like the side profile. Like right now it looks kind of weird. It's too big. But here, let me hurry up. Right there. All right, let me stop it. Okay. Right there. That profile. Bam, right there. Like I don't know if it would be chrome or if I would mold it. I'd probably strip the chrome and just mold this into the body and fill in whatever. Fill all that in and make it, it'll have some shape, but I could still add more styrene, whatever. Have it kind of, but I want it slanted. Like that. Oh, let's see, right there. That slant right there. Boom. Where like if you walked up to it, you could see it from above, right? That could be one. And then let's see the front. Oh, it fell out. I was playing around with this. It's not for sure. But I was like, what if I mold these on here? These are rear tail lights. Let me go back. Rear tail lights in the front. But we'll see. We'll see how we go, man. We're just, it's going to come together. Trust me. It's going to come together little by little, The front, I probably cut it in half, cut them pieces. And I don't know if they're going to be straight. They might be slanted, Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I think the back, I'd kind of want it long. Let me see here. Let's see the front. Oh, there we go. Even better like this. Here, let me get this out of my face. Right there. Let's see. Right there. Oh, come on. See this on the front and then the back. There we go. And then the back slants. Look at that slant right there. Boom. And then the front. Like, what? I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Let's see. What up, Mac? Maximilian. Let's see. Notch the vertical parts of rear to slide into body. Ooh. Yeah, dude. I don't know, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna consider a lot of the things you guys are telling me right here. Let's see. A phantom grille. Ooh. Imagine that. Those lights, phantom grille in the front. Pff. right? Something like sinking in, slanted also. But I am gonna I do want to bring down this part down more. Just so I want it to line up. Let's see, right here. Right there. I want that to hit the ground. Oh man, hold on. There we go, right there. Here, let's do it the other way. Yeah. I just want it to hit right there. Boom. But this is not for sure though, the headlights, right? It's just me playing around, messing around, seeing what's up. I'm just grabbing parts from another car. Here, let's see how it would look with this. With this rear one. This is from the Bonneville. This might even work too. In the back. Put some styrene. Fill it in. Oh, fell. But I don't know. Let's take off this tape. It's starting to look kind of crazy with this tape. Bam, right there. But yeah, little by little, man, I wonder if this part would fit in this car. Let's find out. Kind of curious. Sometimes there's parts that fit with other cars. Oh, shoot. It kind of does. It kind of does sink in. But it's just a package tray that I would need to like fill in if this was going to be used. That's an if. It's not a for sure. Oh, there we go. Throw it back. Maybe this gets cut out. Put one. And then that just kind of fits in there. Kind of nice. But also, if this was to be used, I'd most likely probably cut all this off up top right here. These inner wheel wells would probably get sliced out. Because I could still, you see the frame. I don't want that, right? This obviously I'd take the seats out and then I'd section this thing, make it smaller. Probably section a lot, just so it would all fit. If I would go that route, but bam. That's if I really, really want to be like, you know what? I'm gonna use these parts. I really like the interior though from this car. It's nice. Has a big back seat. You know, looks pretty decorated or whatever. But man, that back looks huge right there. But yeah, we'll see. I don't know. 62, and this one's a 66 Bonneville. Man, look at the roof. Let's see the roof. Man, even this, you could cut out. Damn, even that looks nice. You could cut out this roof and probably put it on a 67 Impala, maybe, or something. Because it already looks kind of chopped, sort of. You could even still chop it. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of potential with this these bodies right here. See the links. Yeah, this is way bigger in the length part. Yeah, I was gonna do suicide doors. See, does it work? Right there. Not sticking up though, but down. Yeah, well, I would need if I was gonna rock this too, I would have to hinge it like that. Boom. Rock the hinge on there. Because right now it's sticking up, but not sticking up. Have it going down. Yeah, so I need to wrap this up. I need to fill this in right here. That little crevice area, styrene, fill that in. Fill this part in. Get this nice and sanded, smooth. All this stuff. Reinforce everything. And once I do all that, then I'm going to have to smooth out some of these areas to start, you know, would have to like test fit the glass. Cut out my own, pretty much my own kind of glass to put in here. Really thin, clear plastic to go in there. And then also design the back, how I'm gonna do the trunk. And I'll most likely seal this. I'm most likely gonna glue this hood down, fill all this in, and then whatever design I come up with back here is gonna probably match the front. So I don't think I'm gonna stay with these cuts. I don't like them anymore for this car. I'll keep them for a different ride. So I don't know. We'll see. I just really need to seal them up and make sure that they're solid to see. If I don't open the hood, I mean, I'm most likely not. I'm just gonna get my like a scriber and scribe some kind of design. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, this is somewhat coming together. You know, little by little. The more I work on it, it's coming through. Let me see. I'm trying to look around. Hang on. Where's that thing? Let's see if these would fit. To get an idea of something. Hang on. Right here. Oh no, damn, I gotta put a little bit of tape on this little bit. Hang on. I don't know if this is long enough though, but well, we're gonna find out right now. I'm just wrapping some tape around this little rod. It's a small rod though. It's not big. I think it's tiny, so it's gonna look weird. I think because it's too small. But I just wanna see how this would look. I'm just gonna have it on one side. I mean, it's ridiculously low, that's for sure. Let me see. Yeah, this is way too low. It wouldn't look like that, but this is just for. Let's see. Ah, you can't even see it. Right there. That's way too low. but I would have. No, that's way too high. Yeah, you can't see it right now, but later I'll try to take a photograph. It's just this rod is too small. It's not that big. Let me see here. Let me move this out of the way. I was just trying to see like a wheel kind of reference. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying these are gonna be the wheels I'm gonna use. It's just the ones I just grabbed real quick from the box, the package. But yeah, this thing's gonna be grounded right there for sure. But I'm digging it. I'm digging it so far where it's at. So till the next time, we're gonna see what's up. Let me see real quick. Cause I need to clean up all this stuff, man. There's a bunch of stuff right here. I'm gonna get ready to clean up. Bounce out in a bit right now. Boom. Let me see. All right. So this turntable obviously needs to go away. But yeah, these were, what are these? The Crest 14s. I just kind of threw up right there real quick. Not threw up, but put on. That sounds bad. Threw up. What if somebody's eating right now? Here, let me start putting a little bit of stuff away real quick, guys. And I just wanted to show you guys something real quick before I bounce. But I gotta clean up first. Hang on. Gotta put this. But hey, this interior looks pretty cool. It's just, there's like a smudge of orange in there. Pretty clean interior though. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see here. So, gotta do this all over again. I did it earlier, man, but you know, I'm over here curious, trying to see what I'm gonna do to this car as I go. So yeah, there's quite a bit of projects. You know, I've talked about trying to stick to just one thing and this and that. And I mean, like, shout outs to my homies that do that. Like, they have discipline to just stick to one car, get it done, and that's it. I've been trying that and I can't, man. It's so hard, you know. It's almost like a curse. Like, I try it, and from what I've learned from my experience, for me doing it, it's like, yes, there are times that some cars do suffer. They don't get done, right? They get close to finishing and then they get stalled for a bit. But I do come back to them, you know, and then sometimes I end up finishing 2 or 3 at the same time. And I mean, some of my friends think, man, you knocked those out right away. And I'm like, nah, this has been going on for a minute. It's just I finally wrapped them up. And, you know, this car was one that I was already, like, not to toss, but one that I was going to get rid of. Maybe, you know, give it to a friend or something, because I just lost a lot of interest in it. The way I was chopping it, I was doing it wrong. And I was just learning around that time. I didn't know what. And then as time passed, I started reading articles about chopping roofs, sectioning, things like that. And then I started paying attention more to the custom culture on things. I'm still learning. I don't really know a lot about it, you know. I still feel like I'm new to it. But the little bits that I learned from it, I was like, all right, cool. Let me try this, let me try that, let me try to apply, you know, all these things. And finally I was like, you know what? Why revisit this car? Let me just start another one. And I did. I started another one. So I have them both. But then this one, what made me go back to this is because when I was finishing up the Corvair, there was some extra parts that came in the kit, and I was like, yo, I think I could use this roof. But instead of just putting it on the car, I need to cut it in half. I need to attach it here, and then put it all together. And then that's what I did the last couple times when I went live. I did that here with you guys. And once I sanded the car and I started getting it together, that's when I was like, yo, like, all right, I'm in now. Like this build definitely got me excited again, you know, just getting it all back together. Let's see. So this is the box for this one. And I mean, I love 62 Bel Airs. One of my favorites. You know, as a kid, I built the 62 Bel Air, and I wish I kept it. You know, I wish I would have kept it, but I didn't. I really don't know what happened to it. I could have probably lost it during the move. All right, so this one, we're gonna put this one back away over here. Put this one right here. Bam. We don't need that one right now. We don't need this one either. These are ones I'm messing with for sure. And we got to clean this up right here. Got a bunch of stuff right there. Oh yeah, we got to put these bodies away. All right. Let's see. I think this one goes in here. Right here. All right, cool. All right, here's the other box. Yeah, so with like the custom stuff, right? It took me a while to get into that stuff. Like, first everything's like lowrider, always, right? Everything it's got to be lowered. I got to use wire wheels, whatever, right? And then time went on, and my friend started telling me like, "Hey, have you gotten into the customs yet?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't." And he started showing me stuff, and then started going to the like shows and like roadster show and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, like this stuff's like another level kind of things, you know? And I was just blown away and impressed. And then that's when I started like buying Ford shoe boxes or Mercury's, right? I felt like that was like my introduction into it. And then later you start seeing other kind of cars that are being built. Some cars that are like not even that popular, and they end up, getting this like, it's almost like a remix on them, and they're just completely different, And I always felt like, man, I feel like the custom stuff's like a very experimental kind of way. Like there's no rules. Like you just do your thing, make sure it flows out good, and just do your thing, whatever, right? So I really like that type of independence, that type of just kind of do your thing, right? And as time went on, I would look at stuff, custom stuff, but I wouldn't really dive too deep into it, Then start getting into the JDM stuff, started going deep with that, learning a lot about that, and as of lately, I've been on this quest of discovering, all right, well, with model building, when did it start? When did, what were the first kits? All this stuff, right? And then the magazines, I've done the magazine reads, the previews and everything. And, I've been going to, the shows and all this stuff. But I'm like questioning myself, like, man, I don't even know when it started, and I'm doing this stuff and with my friends and everything, and that's cool, but I want to know more about it, and then I started buying magazines and stuff like that, and I started like noticing, wow, like all the way to the 60s and going back. So just recently I found like a magazine. I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna buy it soon, but in that magazine it was like 1958, and it had a like a feature saying like that they added pages for model cars. And I was like, whoa, okay. So from 64 back to 62, 61, And now if I get my hands on this, and then depending what article it is or what it's about, then I'm gonna be like, okay, now we keep going backwards, and that's good. You know, I want to see how back it goes. And obviously there's a big connection between that and slot cars, huge connection. And I feel like that connection that bridges it is the customization of the paint jobs on a slot car. You know, there's a lot of articles in there talking about customize your slot car or how to build it or whatever, you know, like modify it. And I'm like, and you know, they call them models too. And I'm like, oh shoot, right? So over here on the side, you guys can see I have all these magazines right here. So I just got today alone, I got these 3 and these 2, like 5, total of 5. This first one, let's see here. Let me change the camera. It's a lot brighter on this side. This one's December 1961, and this at the time it was 25 cents. And this is a magazine called Custom Craft. And in the bottom corner, in big bold letters, it says bonus 16 pages for car modelers. Check it out. Right there. And that caught my attention. I was like, whoa, gotta get this. Got it. I already, you know, I flipped through it. This issue, December of 1961, this is the first time Custom Craft premiered model cars in their magazine. And a lot of things were happening. Up here it says now 84 pages, big pages. And so far from what I'm gathering is there was a lot of competition within these magazines. There was a lot of magazines. So this is one of the magazines, one of the brands. So, you know, model building was already in this time becoming very hot. It was hot and it was popular. And from what I'm getting is that a lot of these companies were like, oh, damn, they're featuring models. They're selling more. Now we got to do our thing, you know? And they're later all, I'm going to do separate videos about all this stuff once I gather up my info. Right now, I'm just speculating, right? Allegedly, right? So this next one, this is January 1962, also 25 cents. This one's after that issue I just showed you. This one here, let's see how they okay. So this one, they made it even smaller, and it says plus 16 jam-packed pages of custom models. They put it in the very bottom, right there at the bottom. You can see it right there, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, you know, people who were customizing or whatever were buying these books. Maybe, you know, they had their kids kicking in the shop, or they were like, you know, here, like, be quiet, you know, look at this book or whatever. But this is January 1962 again. 25 cents at the time. But in the very bottom, 16 jam pages of custom models, right? And then, okay, the next one. This one's February 1962. And this one, they just have it in yellow, plus big 16-page model car section. So each section is getting its 16 pages right there, right? I did look at the first one. The first one, it has some slot cars, but it does have model cars, like built already. And then, okay, let's continue on because there's only 2 more. Then this next one is March 62, 25 cents. But this one, they put it at the top corner, the 16-page model car section, right? And that's the cover, this red car right here. Cool stuff. This last one that I obtained, this is May of 62. So it jumped from March to May. I did research trying to find an April, and so far I didn't find an April. I almost feel like it probably went maybe every couple months or what, because from May there's no June, it goes to July. So this one also has in the bottom 16-page model car section. All right. So I feel like for this magazine, that was the last issue that featured model cars, because when I found July, there's no mention of model cars in the cover or even in the table of contents, and so forth. All the ones that came after, there's no mention anymore. So I feel like this magazine, this might be the complete 5 issues run that they did in the 60s, right? A lot of these kits are AMT. There's a lot of AMT stuff that's in these builds. This was the first one that I found. A lot of this is AMT stuff, model cars. This is by the editors of Rod and Custom and Carcraft. Those are also competitors to that magazine that I just mentioned. This one here. But this one came later. This is like, I think it's 64, 63. I just don't know what print, if this is like a first edition, second edition, or third. It might be a second. I'm not for sure. But I'm gonna try to find out on this one. This one has a lot of pages, custom stuff. Like ton of pages. And it's a trip. The ones I have back here are also from back then. When I interviewed Wes, I showed him this one. This is Car Model magazine. So Car Model, from what I'm learning, is this was more like the magazine that was holding it down in the 70s right here. Also 60s, smaller issue, but then it became a bigger issue, like a full-size mag right here. That one there showcases winners from contests from across the U.S. This one here, this is the same company, but this is a custom annual that features the secrets to like channeling, chopping, sectioning, painting, styling, putting, and detailing. This is more like a tutorial, and it says volume 1. I looked, and there is no. I didn't find any volume 2 at all. I didn't find any volume 2. So this is one that I'm just like, yo, like, you know, I'm digging this. And you know, I got a couple more I've already mentioned in videos right there. But yeah, man, it's been cool. Just kind of looking through those books, through those mags, and there's still more that I have that I've already ordered, things that I've been buying and just kind of getting in. And once I have all this stuff and I've read through all of them, like once I read through all these, you know, I want to do like a dedicated video to it, and also you know, once I find certain articles, I want to share those articles with you guys and flip through pages. I know when I do the magazine previews, I'm flipping through the pages kind of fast, or I'm just like, oh, that's dope, that's cool, and this and that, right? Because I know it'd take forever looking through everything, right? So I'm going to try to slow things down with these books because they're timepieces, and it's also a lot of the model builders from that era, you know, they might not be with us anymore, you know, and out of respect, you know, I want to learn, you know, what was going on at that time, you know, and everything, and, you know, shout them out and stuff like that. Because and some of them, it does say like how, you know, that they're, you know, 15, 18, 11, like different, you know, age groups, and their models are dope. I'm like, wow, they were already doing that back then, you know. So it's just something to share, you know, from what I learned, you know, tell the story and go from there and see what else I uncover, you know. But at the same time, I know those magazines are going to provide a lot of info, a lot of influence into the direction of the cars I'm working on, especially the custom cars. We're going to see where those go moving forward. And you know, we'll see what's up from right there. But hey guys, I'm gonna take off. I got a jam right now. It's pretty gonna be 12:30 on my end over here, but it's just time. It's time. I gotta go because I gotta get up early tomorrow and do all these things. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. And but yeah, we'll see what ends up kind of going down. But anyway, guys, I'll give you guys a quick shout out before we take off. Let me see. All right, I got to scroll all the way to the top right here. Bam. So, all right. So, Model Car 1589, Paint Maverick, Dave McGowan. Let's see. CB Lounge, Tom is headquarters. Styrene Life 505, Jeff Wasma, OmniWorks, Garage. See, I keep saying OmniWorks, and I'm not even saying Garage. I need to start saying that more. My bad, bro. I Got Motion 817. And then Ryan's, which is See No Evil Builds, and then other Ryan, which is Skill Model Cars. All right, and Jimmy will do it, and then Stephen Ray, Juan Amesqua, NASCAR Lover 2016, Rich Giraffe, and Kevin Smith, Mars Garage. Let's see, I'm scrolling a little fast here. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, Steve Courtney. What up? And D'Angelo's 1980. I think that's it. I think that's it right there. And also everybody else who's tuned in that watched that may not be in the chat, if you didn't join in the chat, it's all good, but hopefully you found it and hopefully enjoy it and maybe learn something. I don't know. Hopefully. But yo, I'm gonna take off, guys. Hopefully tomorrow, if not tomorrow, if I don't jump on live tomorrow, then maybe Sunday, but we'll see what's up. I'll keep you guys posted. But you guys have a good one. I'm going to take off. All right. Later on. Have a good night. Peace on. Later.